What's up YouTube, and welcome to Detox Proxy. I am back on another camping adventure. I've driven past Terrace and a little bit further north up to a place called Hazelton, and then I've kind of on the outskirts of Hazelton in a place called Kispiox. And we're headed up the Kispiox River. There's a bunch of wreck sites up there that I really want to go see, and I'm gonna end up staying at one for this weekend. I've seen a couple RVs and camping styled vehicles headed that direction, so there's like 5 or 6 sites up there though, so I shouldn't be too difficult finding something. I'm gonna head to the furthest site and hopefully it's open enough for me to stay there. When I was looking at the map looking for the sites, I found this little landmark. It's a series of totem poles, so we're gonna get out and have a look. Now the sign up in the front says this site is very old. It's like 1886 or something like that. And I mean, some of these look a little bit newer, but some look really old. Even the wood's all split. One down on the ground for whatever reason. I guess this one's just being made. This guy's holding a boat. And what's probably a raven. This one's really cool, actually. It's a very quiet little village, that's for sure. Yeah, this one's pretty interesting too. I'll try and put a little blurb in here at the end about the site. And then just a little bit of the surrounding area in the distance. It's kind of hard to see over this way. It's a little bit hazy, but some more mountains off in that direction. And that's the direction that we're headed. Time to dive back into the woods. Okay, so this is kind of unexpected. I've gotten to Sweetin River wreck site, which is the one that I wanted to come visit this weekend. And I was not expecting this giant totem gate. I can't tell if anyone else is here. This is kind of a really popular spot for anglers, but I really just want to take a quick look at this gate regardless if we stay here or not. Oh yeah, they are metallic. They're like metal pieces that have been laser cut and painted. It looks really nice. Some well done carvings and paint. Really nice structure, and it's definitely not that old. Concrete footings, really cool. All right, let's see if anyone else is here. All right, so the entrance is a lot longer than I thought it was. I actually started to wonder if I was on someone's private property or something like that, but I finally got down to the site and it's a lot more open than I thought it was, but it looks like I have the entire place to myself again. Let's check it out. So we got 2 sites right up in the front by the river here. And then I don't know if this is another site or a trail going through. Just kind of take a little drive down and through here just to see if oh yeah. So there's another very private site right here. Now it's definitely taken me longer to get up in here from Kispiox than what Google Maps said it would take me. I would say an extra 20 minutes, half an hour. And I mean, the roads are they're actually worse in the beginning, and then they kind of get better. There's tons of private property up here. I was surprised to see how many gates there were next to the road. Now this is basically the last campsite that's up in here, but it's definitely secluded from the other 2 sites that are here. And then there's this little trail kind of goes down to the water. can see the sun's starting to go down over the trees there. It's probably about 7:30 already. It's taken me, you know, definitely over 4 hours to get all the way here. So I'm pretty sure that's the Kispiex River still coming down through here, and this is the Sweetin River dumping into it. But the one video that I did come across was a mother grizzly bear walking with 2 cubs along that bank. I'm pretty sure it was right there. And a shit ton of ankle breakers out here. It's a little steep drop off coming down to the beach from the main entrance. But over here is basically the first and second campsites. A lot closer to the river, obviously. Here's the first campsite. It's got a little bit more secluded area towards the back there. And both of these sites are quite out in the open compared to where the entrance is and the signboard. But I saw this sign up here. And it basically says that Canadian anglers are permitted to fish here from September 1st to October 31st, which means likely there will be no other people coming down here because there's no fishing. I think I'm going to take that site just because of the view. And the main reason for that is I checked the fire ban thing online right before I left. And sure enough, this morning, they put a fire ban on all fires again. I think I'm going to grab the Forester and back it in over here. All right, so I'm moved into this campsite and I've got the tent all set up nice, quick, and easy. I am ready to press on to dinner because, well, I haven't eaten, and you know, that's usually the case with me. This is just taco filling that I make. It's ground beef, corn, and black beans with all the seasoning or whatever that I've taken out of the freezer before coming, and it's pretty much, I mean, the bottom of it's still cold, but the whole thing's thawed out. So I just have to warm some of that up. I have these roti breads, and they're so good that, well, I'm gonna kind of try them with the with the taco filling, and I've got some tomato and some squirt salsa and cheese. I didn't actually get any greens, but whatever. So yeah, that's where I'm going next. And this will give you a little better idea of what I'm up to. I was thinking of just going for a little walk here, kind of walk off my dinner. But I really want to see if I see any bear tracks, you know, anywhere. I'll go down on the beach and kind of look through the rocks and into the sand and see if I see anything. We'll go check out the sign here first. Now it's pretty obvious all of these sites have this same caution bear in area sign. Bears may frequent this area. Please be aware, control your pets, and store your garbage and food securely. And it's just got a bunch of the recreation site etiquette, and just says that this site is maintained from May 1st to October 31st. It's possible to even come out here during the winter, I suppose, because the road probably gets plowed up to a certain point, and then I would imagine some people travel a little bit beyond that just to kind of keep the roads cleared up a little bit. Across from the sign is the can. It is very clean and also smells like the outdoors and not like shit. I'm starting to realize that's probably the best tell to let me know how much a recreation site's being used, is how much does the shitter actually stink. Oh damn, it's a whole like lower jaw. That's been around for a while. That's been around, like it's aged. You can tell it's been just swarming around in the water for a long time. So yeah, I didn't see anything to be very concerned about, and probably, you know, the bears get a little bit more active towards, you know, September, October, when the fish really start to run and the last of the berries are kind of out, that sort of thing. Yeah, I had a long day today. Got up early, went to work, got home at a pretty decent time, enough to travel the pretty much 5 hours to get all the way here to the actual site. It's after 10 o'clock and the sun's gone down, you know, quite some time ago. I can just see a little hue of it on the horizon there. And just sitting out here enjoying my coffee. I mean, it's been really relaxing. I'm starting to get a little bit drowsy. I probably shouldn't be having coffee, but it doesn't really seem to matter after a few joints. Watching the river and these fish just keep on dancing out of the water. I'll make sure that I set up the camera down there tomorrow, and then I can capture like the sun going down and definitely get some of those fish coming out of the water for you. I'm probably not going to last out here much longer just because the bugs are starting to get pretty bad and the coffee's starting to get a little low. I think I'm going to watch something on the tablet, get back to that Clarkson's farm and try and finish up that first season of that maybe. I think that's where I'm at the end of the first season on it. And yeah, I think I'm just going to call it now, and I will see you guys in the morning.
At the next restaurant. What have you got to offer?
This is the wasabi that's grown on the farm in Chadlington.
Yeah.
Do you know where Chadlington is? Chipping on.
Oh. Morning. I was able to sleep in a little bit this morning. It's actually 8:15. And that doesn't normally happen for me anymore, but the temperature cooled right off. It was really warm when I went to sleep. Through the night, the temperature dropped quite a bit and just helped sleep be that much better. I actually stayed up a lot later than I thought I was. Probably, I mean, it had to be close to 1 o'clock. And the reason for that is, like, when I started packing up, I was just sitting there and kind of looking at the stars coming out. And I actually did see 2 meteors go flying through. Not like I saw up on Trapper Mountain. That was a different experience. I probably saw those around 12 o'clock, and I ended up staying up just kind of hoping that I would see a little bit more, because we're in the Perseid meteor shower right now, and that's one of the other reasons I decided to come out this weekend, was to try and see some more meteors. But I just waking up here this morning and realizing that I didn't bring any. There's no ham, there's no sausage. I got eggs to have with bagels, but I didn't actually bring any meat to have with them. So I've just got some coffee ready, and what I'm thinking here is I've got tons of this taco filling, like enough, more than enough for tonight. So I'll just have a little bit of it with the eggs just to kind of give them a little extra flavor, a little extra kick, if you know what I mean. And there's another reasonably balanced breakfast. Flies would stay away. You might enjoy this. The taco filling with the eggs is actually a pretty good idea. Just been watching the water over here because I keep on seeing the fish. They're not coming right up out of the water, but they're like dancing at the surface of it and splashing around a bit. There's another one. And it's quite often. I would have figured it a little bit earlier in the morning because it's like almost 11 o'clock. Having a full belly and smoking a little doobie, I mean, it has put me right in the most mellow mode right now. Taking in the sounds and sights of the water. It's really enjoyable. It's just coming up on the afternoon. I decided to come down to the river, and just walking up here, right before I turned the camera on, fish came out of the water, like right over there. Don't know if the camera can see it, but I can see a salmon swimming right here. Actually, he's right in front of us. Man, it's a giant salmon. I know the camera can see it because I can see it myself. Try and zoom in a little more. Now, unfortunately, I did not bring... Oh, there's two of them there. Fortunately, I didn't bring a case that'll go underwater, and because this camera screen is cracked, I just don't trust putting my phone under the camera, under the water. They're just sitting right there. I had a feeling I'd be able to see them in the water. Good sized fish. Now if you would just come out of the water for us. Yeah, there's two of them that keep on swimming up together here. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. Not like I haven't seen, salmon going up river before, but I am going to plan on setting up the GoPro later, kind of get it in the intersection of those two rivers coming together. I should be able to cover a good span of water and hopefully, catch them coming out of the water later. That's what I really want to get. And in a couple hours, I'll end up going down the river a little bit more just to see what the rest of the riverbank is actually like. Waking up in these locations after a nap, it's just out of this world. Well, it looks like we got a little storm, a little rain, a little wind, lots of cloud cover, cool breeze. With the coverage of all these trees, I didn't really realize, but it is actually raining. It's pretty light rain, and here under the trees I'm only getting just a few drops on my hands here once in a while, but out there I can see like it's raining. So I'm debating putting up a tarp just so I have some kind of coverage more than what the leaves are offering, but I don't know, we'll see. Well, it's not much, but it doesn't take much to stay dry in really light rain like this. I just got it tied over to that tree, over to the actual fireplace on the other side there, just to give me a little place to duck out to when it starts coming down a little bit harder than this. Hopefully it doesn't. Thinking about getting some dinner started soon here. And dinner is the same as last night, the taco filling on the roti bread with tomato, cheese, and a little bit of that salsa. Bam. Looks like we're getting a little sun at the end of the day here underneath the clouds. And some of those clouds are moving out of the way and offering up some blue skies. Might be able to see some stars tonight after all. Came down all the way to the end of the riverbank, and you can see how clear the water is here. Really calm evening. The sun just starting to go down now. Now, after we had that cloud cover and that bit of rain, the temperatures dropped quite a bit, and it just actually started to warm up again with the sun coming down. So I think somewhere like right over here is probably a good spot. Yeah, like it might not, it's hard for the GoPro to see that far. It's better for close-up stuff, but I notice I'm jumping out of the water right over here a lot, so I'll set it here and hope for the best. Something in the water here. And I know my other camera's picking it up, but it's putting it in a time lapse, so it's only going to be catching every 5 seconds of it. Or is there 2 of them? Okay, there's 2 of them meeting up right there now. And it looks like they're moving up the other river. It just came up out of the water over there. And I sort of missed it, but it's on the bank there, kind of. Right in the center. Just kind of resting there. Okay, it's definitely a beaver. Because he just came down with that branch, and I was reviewing the footage while he was doing this, and I was like, oh, that tail, it kind of looks like it might be a beaver. And then I see him coming down with this branch, and sure enough. So it's hard to say what it's gonna do. Clear skies over here, but it looks like these much darker skies are moving this way very slowly, but definitely moving this way. And if they're that dark, we might get some more rain. Kind of hoping it stays clear enough to see some more stars though.
said on ITV the other day you were the boss.
Well, I am the boss on the farming side, but you're managing this bit.
Why don't you just do a bit here then?
Yeah, you'll have to move everyone back.
Oh, well, another reasonable sleep. I don't really want to do like a build out on this thing, but I'm starting to think I've got to do something this winter about leveling out the bed area. I was thinking of passing up making breakfast and just trying to drive out to terrace to get breakfast, but I haven't decided that yet. I'm just still waking up. And I think when I get up and I feel how, depending on how hungry I might be, will result in me making breakfast or not. It looks like I get a little visitor outside there this morning. He's actually looking in here, wondering what I'm doing. Don't worry, little guy, I'm getting up soon. I'm gonna leave. You can have this whole place to yourself again. Oh, let's go in attack mode. Well, it's another beautiful morning here. The sun is just coming up over the trees, and I guess having the tarp in place gave me a little bit more darkness. And then having a couple, cannabis cookies last night really put me down, knocked me out. And that's probably why I ended up sleeping so much longer this morning. It's definitely a gorgeous morning with the sun beaming down into the river. But I am starting off with at least a coffee before I decide to do anything else. Well, I took a walk down to the water, and I think all of these salmon have moved up the Kispiaks River a little bit. I saw one jump out of the water there, just because it's a little bit more shaded and the sun is really shooting down right into this little intersection of the two rivers. So I was kind of hoping to get a little better picture of them just with the sun coming in that direction, but they don't seem to be there right now anyway. Oh, one just jumped. Why can't I be like this when they're jumping, right? Anyway, as for breakfast, I'm going to just have this nectarine and a bit of granola, and then I'll get something as I fly down the highway later. Well, there, I'm all packed up and pretty much ready to go, wrapping up another adventure on Detox Proxy. If you like this type of content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.